Greetings and salutations. Today I want to elaborate on a commonly asked question. Now, before I begin to do so, I would just like to announce the fact that I am now on Patreon, and I've set up the goal for myself to reach 600 supporters there. Now, that is actually less than 1% of my subscribers on YouTube, and I would like to hope at least that at least 1% of the subscribers here on YouTube do think that the videos are good enough to warrant a pledge of 1 septim, €1 or $1 each month. And I would very much indeed appreciate if you decided to do so, link in the description. And now obviously the more financial gains I can procure from there, it means the higher quality videos and the higher frequency of videos. That is my promise. So, with that said, this video and the wisdom you're about to partake in is presented to you by the following lads who have pledged their support to the War Chest of Ambition: Dom, Muammal, Nick, David, Keith, Peter, Thor Corpse, and Van Diemen. So, massive shout out to you lads, and also massive shout out to anyone who has supported me previously. Your support has enabled a lot of the videos you have seen over the last few months. So anyway, how has my training looked over all these years? No, not over all these years, but over the last months at least, because obviously up until this point, up until my glorious MMA fight, a lot of the training looked different than it has looked over the years. The main component that was changed was I incorporated a lot more cardio, because this is something I can say, I can speak from experience, and that is there are more fun things, there are more comfortable things to do than to try to fight when you have gassed, when you don't have any cardio left. So that was something I prioritized, because being afraid is completely fine if you utilize that fear to improve yourself. So for me, I was terrified to gas out in the fight, so then I increased the cardio. So I did some interval training. And I did some lower intensity training, like running, and also trained a bit more martial arts. But I kept it up in the gym at least, focused on maintaining my strength at least. But the main difference there was that I shortened the gym sessions and focused a bit more on the cardio. So that is the main component. And I didn't want to update you or anything before the fight, because I didn't want to, talk about something before I'd actually done it. So, if I do another MMA match, I don't know if I will, I don't think so. But if I do, I might make some sort of video log series, with my training up until that point. And then also in preparation for that fight, I took some private lessons with a UFC fighter here in Sweden. So, and no, it was not Alexander Gustafsson, but we just fine-tuned some of the movement, etc. And then obviously try to learn from him so that I can teach my guys in turn. So that was well invested money. So anyway, that was the training up until now. And how does the training look now, you ask? Well, because of reasons, I can't really progress in any of the heavy compound movements because the gym I'm at the moment isn't suitable enough to try to transcend my max strength. So I will have to train a bit differently over the next period of time. And then when I get back to a position of being able to train my usual style, I will do that later on. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm more focused on the detail muscle or the smaller muscle groups, so guns, triceps, traps, rear delts, etc. So I'm working on those kind of details and hitting them much harder now. And then when I get back to my regular gym routine, I can hit the heavy bench press, push press, etc. again. So that is basically what I'm doing at the moment, just maintaining. And then also it's kind of a good thing for me at the moment to not train as hard, since it was a lot of stress going into the competition and a lot of hard training. So I'm kind of taking it easy, doing a bit more traditional bodybuilding style training, and then, as I said, I'll go back to more heavy lifting later on. So something along those lines is how my training is looking at the moment and how it has looked up until this point. And now I try to update my Instagram every once in a while with the training updates, so follow me there if you would like to know more about that. And who am I? I'm the White Lion of Ulthuan. XXO. Boom!